PFF 2023, baby. Let's go. Gregory, you're gonna have to vent, Gregory. Oh, my ear. Oh, you're looking a little sus, Gregory. Who you calling Peepaw?
You stinky.
You're just a gremlin child. I don't listen to you.
You don't even have an ass, it all went to the thighs.
Hey, 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 hey.
Alright, everyone follow Lisa's lead. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear random citizen. I didn't get your name. Or I don't remember because I'm old. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Ignore the fact that my gloves are off right now. It makes it easier to handle my phone, but I'm doing a quick little video. It's Friday. It is currently 4-something p.m. 2 hours till the panel. I had to refresh my makeup because I put so much setting powder on my face that all of my lines started to crumple off immediately. So, hello, there's Chica. Yeah, panel's coming up quick. I've met a lot of fans. They're all very sweet. They've been giving me gifts, which is so thoughtful, and it warms my heart. It really made my day, and I almost cried my makeup off, so thanks guys, appreciate it. I spent 2 hours on this, but no, in all seriousness, it's been a very sweet and kind and fun experience so far. But anyways, until next time, see you in a bit. Enjoy the montage or whatever comes next in the video when I'm editing this. Enjoy! Bye!
Now on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, 5!
Hello everybody, we are 15 minutes early, so we are not officially starting yet, but I would like to just open a nice pre-intro casual convo with you guys, get to start the conversation about Five Nights at Freddy's, because boy howdy, is this going to be an epic year for Five Nights at Freddy's. Am I right? There's so many new faces. Yeah, so many fresh faces. If you're not subscribed, subscribe or I will take your soul. I do have a question too. How many people are here because of Five Nights at Freddy's? How many of you are here because you know who Nightcoat the Fox is? Look at all of you. Hi, little stars. How's it going? It's good to see your friendly faces. Except for you. With those boots.
It's okay, Doctor.
It was a
little taxi. It's just a baby. You're just having the role. We are going to start a couple minutes early because why not? So may I officially welcome you to Five Nights at Freddy's Trivia. I hope you all put your Matt Pat hats on because So, you can continue to try and log in if you're still trying to do that while I talk. Feel free to try and get in there if it'll let you. But I just wanted to let you guys Okay, so may I present to you the prizes. So, as Kahoot works, if you have never played it before, it will tell us at the very end who won third, second, and first place. So you can probably see where this is going, yes?
Yeah.
So these will be the prizes for the top 3 of you who managed to survive to the very end of the quiz and put your Matt Pat skills to the test. So the items in each one are a mystery, which I think makes it more exciting, but trust me, you're getting something. So, without further ado, you will also second place and third place get a medal, and then first place a superstar trophy. In FNAF 1, what is the iconic but short phrase that would appear on walls as an Easter egg? Number 5. In Five Nights at Freddy's 3, how many children receive cake in the mini games? Red is 4, blue is 5, yellow is 2, and green is 6. In Five Nights at Freddy's 4, who is believed to be bullying a crying child? Red is 4, blue, orange is father, green is sister. In Ultimate Custom Night, which character represents the one you should not?
Oh my goodness!
All right, scoreboard is in FNAF 2, what is the strange voice in the minigame spelling out? Red is save me, blue is help us, yellow is you can't, and green is save them. Last round, guys. In Security Brief, 16 CDs of Vanessa's recorded therapy sessions can be found. How many therapists does she go through? Not enough. In FNAF 6, what can be heard at the end of Fruity Maze's final round? Next we have, after sister location of conversation hidden in both ScottGames.com and FNAFworld.com source codes was found. What was the conversation about? In FNAF 1, which night do you receive this message? Let me turn the volume up, voices down. We are almost to the end. This is double points. This is a follow-up question. That backwards message was an excerpt from what book? And now for the hardest question of all. Prepare your typing fingers and your big brains. This one is specific. In FNAF 2, a character known as Shadow Bonnie makes his first appearance. What is his actual name? Your answer. Here is your hint. It is literally a mix of letters. It is not a word. It is a mix of letters. Well done. Now, joke's on you because that question was worth no points. This is a multiple choice again. What does the acronym LEFTE stand for? In third place. All right, second place, and in first place, Dead. All right, so can I have the representative for VNGCECH stand up? All right, come down. Good job, Gregory. Thank you so much. Thank you Kenny, could you come forward?
I knew that I knew it.
Very well done. And in first place, we have Deathtastic. Will you please come forward? But the panel is, let's see how much time we have left. We have 8 minutes. So if you would like to stick around, feel free to, because for the last 8 minutes, we are going to briefly hype each other up for the new upcoming Violence and Friends projects that have recently been announced. So, first of those 3 is the Ruin Studios sleeps because they are working on this, and also a FNAF VR Unwanted 2. So, just for fun, let's go ahead and watch the trailer. Oh my gosh, Helen, the legend.
Helen Gall.
Who is excited for that? And you know what? It's free and it comes out next month, guys. The FNAF. Okay. I know, guys, it's been years.
It's
so
been
I wanted
8
to
years.
watch this trailer with you guys because it's going to be like a test run of a giant group watch of the actual movie. So, I will let the trailer speak for itself, guys.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life. Hit it, guys.
see it like 5 times, including on Halloween. And last but not least, we have a little teaser of... No, not that one. Now we children, look away.
For another week of career fulfillment and minimal social interaction. We know how challenging it can be to find a place where you feel that you truly belong, and to find a job that treats you mostly with respect and only infrequently with contempt. For that reason, we were excited to inform you that you did an adequate enough job the first time around to have you back. Also, there were no other applicants. So wrap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree. Because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh my goodness, guys. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 brand new FNAF things coming up. And that is just incredible to think about. I am so excited. I know you guys are too, so I figured this would be a great way to end this panel. We do some fun trivia, we test our lore skills, our, Matt Pat brains, and we finish off with talking briefly about some of the new stuff that's coming out. But yes, I am so excited. This year is going to be great. And with that, we have 3 minutes left of the panel. So if you would like to start heading out, feel free to. If you would like to stick around for a second or come up and grab one of my business cards off of the table if you are interested. I do have a YouTube channel where I produce a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's related content. So if that is your thing, feel free to grab a card and check it out. But thank you all so much for coming. The fan community is awesome. It has always been my favorite. You all look amazing, and thank you so much for coming. Have a good rest of your Phoenix Fan Fusion 2023.
Night Cove's got a line. All the Night Cove fans!
Hello everybody, I look like absolute when I turned the camera to look at myself. It's because I just got out of a shower and I did not brush my hair. This is her natural look this evening. Very slay, I know. I don't know what that was. I'm exhausted. I am not thinking straight. But I mean that in the best way, because today was an amazing day. Exhausting, but again, and I mean that in the best way. As you can probably tell, my voice is already shot. I have a very weak voice, okay? As ironic as it is, because I sing and I do vocals all of the damn time, I have to talk for 12 hours straight, or just even 1 hour straight, and I immediately, my voice drops like 5 pitches. So bear with me while I sound like a garbage disposal that can talk. Today was amazing. I got to meet so many of you lovely people. If you are watching this later after the fact, hello. It was so nice to meet you. You all made my entire year. So many thoughtful and sweet and caring and just absolutely lovely people that I got to meet and hug today. I had to avoid crying in my 2-hour-long makeup look, so thank you for that. But it was absolutely just so much fun, and I am so grateful and honored to have so many people that support me. Gosh, it shocked me to see how many people there were, even after my panel today, which I'll talk about that too in a second, but that just stood there and patiently waited just to come say hi to me. That was so sweet of them, and it really blew my mind. I just want to reiterate how much I appreciate all of you so much, and how much you all mean to me. I mean, you're the reason I do what I do, so meeting you guys at these conventions is still the favorite thing of mine to do while I'm at these conventions. But yeah, that was very, very cool. But the Five Nights at Freddy's trivia panel was super fun. The room was a little bit bigger than I had anticipated, or I guess a little bit wider, and the projector screen was only on one side of the room, so we had some people who struggled to see the Kahoot, but I started trying to read it out loud, including the answers, and I hope that those people still had fun too. It seemed like the energy was very lively and everyone was so hyped, and my gosh, just the FNAF community is just made up of so many talented and lovely and just amazing and excited people. Like, that room's energy was just so high the entire time, and it was so fun. The room was packed, so packed in fact that we got warned with the fire code at one point. But I knew that was gonna happen because there's a lot of FNAF fans and there aren't enough seats, so I think it was a good thing. I'll take that as a good thing. But they found their way and they got to sit down. Some people had to walk out because there was just too many, which is sad because I wanted everyone to be able to stay. But safety is safety. You know, Fazbear Entertainment, safety comes first. But it was super fun. Only a couple of technical hiccups, but even through that, we got to do everything that I had on the itinerary for the panel, and we got to give out prizes, and I got to talk to a lot of really cool people. So many good cosplays too, my gosh. So many people were dressed up. I don't know, the whole panel was just... I will remember it forever. It was so fun and so amazing, and I could tell that everyone was having a really good time, and that's what meant the most to me, was making sure that everyone, you know, got to have a good time and get excited, because my gosh, we have 3 amazing projects coming up this year with Five Nights at Freddy's, so the FNAF fans are eating well this year, and what a perfect time to do a panel for it. So it was an honor to be able to host one. My fellow panelists, huge thanks to them. They were incredible. I appreciate their support so much. And yeah, I know I've been rambling for about, 4 minutes, 37 seconds now on this recording, and it's probably going to be a slower, more boring part of this montage, so feel free to skip past this if you want. This is mostly just for me to save as a memory later, so if you want to just skip forward to the fun montage stuff, no judgment. You can skip this part. But I really just wanted to recount the events of today because I think it was a very successful day. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow once I'm all dressed up and the exciting stuff resumes. So thanks for listening if you stuck around, and if not, if you skipped this part, totally fine. I've just been rambling. But anyways, love you guys. I will see you on Saturday. Look at all those Huggy Wuggies. Wow. Ha. I'm better.
This fox is the best.
you actually run through the voice, it's actually doing the ears, but there's absolutely fantastic what we're seeing here right now. It's completely wonderful. Oh my gosh, I love the ears.
Thank you, thank you. It's good to run into you again.
It's absolutely wonderful to be seen here. Hello, how are you? Hi, I'm Chris. I do this voice. And
He does.
She's got the ears.
It's true. Foxy is retiring. His hair is a little frizzy. He's hit the sights, and now we're going to do a costume change into something a little more manageable for my panel so that I'm a little less uncomfortable. I love the way the ears turned out. It's just the headband is very tight, so my brain has been thoroughly squeezed. Also, my contacts are a little dry if you can't tell. Oh, that's nasty. Oh yeah, that's good. Delicious. Anyways, I'm about to change, so I will see you guys once the transformation is complete. All right, we have changed, and now we are headed over to our Nerdcore music panel, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Look at them all. Look at all these chickens.
I told you you're supposed to be on lockdown. Come on.
Go ahead and give a nice wave to the camera. Look at all these lovely people.
1, 2, 3. Phoenix Fan Fusion 2023!
Awesome, thank you so much, guys. And now, without further ado, because we do have quite a bit to get through today, very exciting stuff, very insightful stuff, we are going to jump straight in. So, welcome to Behind the Nerdcore Music, everybody. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about probably one of the biggest passion of mine, if not just one of them, because cosplay as well, clearly, and many other things.
Go cosplay!
Yes, go cosplay. But yes, making music about nerdy stuff has been a very big passion of mine for more years than I can remember. Even before I started doing this officially, I was using very cheesy apps and trying to make stuff. So I've always loved this sort of thing, and I just wanted to have a cool conversation with you guys about it. So without further ado, we will begin by introducing ourselves, our lovely panelists here. So I am Mike the Fox. Hello, as some of you probably know. You know who I am. I've been a musical artist and YouTuber for 7 going on 8 years. Always have loved Five Nights at Freddy's. I was there since the very beginning when Markiplier put out a video. I just love indie horror game stuff in general, and cosplay, of course, as well. So that is me. And now, you.
Hi everyone, I'm Brianna. I'm just a panelist here at Comic-Con, but there's a few other things I do. I'm also a Renaissance Festival performer. If you've seen me over the past few years, I've been the Stonebridge Troll, and if you didn't this past year, that's okay, because I wasn't there anyway, since I'm a college student now. But it is lovely to see all your faces. I'm so happy to have you all here, and thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us today. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Goat Mom, Nyko the Fox's mother, and a fellow cosplayer.
Woo!
Yeah, I just
forgot to change your slide for you. There's
I was also Brianna. Just happy to see you all here. Thank you for all your support over the years, and especially to the moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas, because without you guys, I'm gonna get all teary. You're supporting your kids, and it means everything. So thank you for that. And I'm addicted to green tea. That's about it.
Hi, I'm Harmony. You may have met me. I am an artist and cosplayer. and also aspiring game developer.
I'm the stinky weasel that stays under your bed at night.
I'm Matt Wolf. I'm just the loser that pesters Nyko all day, and that's why she doesn't post, just because I annoy her too much. I'm just an animator. I animate Five Nights at Freddy's in my spare time. You may have seen some of them on her channel. Other than Five Nights at Freddy's, I kind of don't have a life, because all I do is talk about Five Nights at Freddy's. That's probably why my parents don't love me.
All right, so how many of you have heard of the term nerdcore? Raise your hands. All right, a decent number of you. So something I find fascinating is, and I include myself in this category of people, how many people listen to nerdcore music without realizing that it is nerdcore. Like, I dropped the term on Twitter once because I got some recommendations from my community to do some research for this, and a lot of them are like, what is a nerdcore? And I was like, you listen to my music, what do you mean, what is a nerdcore? So basically, to start out with, the definition of nerdcore is basically just music that is written by the perspective of a nerd about nerd things. So that is basically all it is. It is all-encompassing. I have some fun facts about it too in a moment, but just as an example, these might be some of the artists that you have heard of before. We have artists like Team Headpick, The Living Tombstone, Fab VL, Dan Bull, JT Music, Rocket Gaming, Stardom, Nerd Out, Batista, Hollis CG, CG5, and DA Games are just a few. The list goes on and on and on. There are so many talented artists out there. I am inspired by them every day. I grew up listening to probably at least 50% of these artists on screen, if not like 90%. And I've also collaborated with a few of them, and they are very lovely people to work with. And then, of course, these are some of the songs that you may have heard before. We've got Discord by The Living Tombstone, Five Nights at Freddy's by The Living Tombstone. To the Bone by JT Music was one of my favorites. Join Us for a Bite by JT Music has been everywhere on TikTok. Cosplays, Will Our Machine by DA Games. Absolutely Anything by CG5, and the absolutely talented Oreo, my god, her voice. And of course, Below the Surface by Griffin Ella, another one that's been circulating on TikTok. It's so cool seeing like even new FNAF fans that are just entering the community, because I do mostly FNAF content, so you'll probably hear me gush about FNAF a lot, even though this is a general nerdcore music panel. That is just my niche, but it's cool seeing that even newer fans are going back and finding new love for some of the songs that I listened to when I was like 12 or 13, and hearing them circulate and get popular again on TikTok. It kind of makes me feel old, but then at the same time I'm like, this is really cool and nostalgic, and it's just really nice to see people still enjoying it all these years later. Now, something I would like to open up to the panelists to discuss briefly is perspective. So, one of my favorite things when it comes to writing songs is writing from the perspective of characters. What I would like to talk about with you guys is maybe if you would like to share what some of your favorite perspectives are in music that you either listen to or write, like maybe just go down the line and briefly share your opinion.
Yeah, so as somebody who does a lot of acting, working with the Renaissance Festival, and then I do a lot of theater productions as well, looking at nerdcore from an outsider's perspective as somebody who's in choir but not a full-on songwriter and artist like you are, perspective is a huge piece of any music genre. And it is so amazing within the nerdcore realm that you're able to step into the shoes of not only a fledged character you can relate to, but somebody you have a passion for, which is what makes, I think, the genre so successful as well.
Yes.
Because of that perspective. You're able to build off of not only the love you have for the story, but that character, and also develop it from your own perspective as a fan. Which is why I just love the nerdcore community so much.
It hits you in a different spot.
Right.
And a very specific niche spot, which I think connects with fans of just music in general on a whole new level. It reaches deeper inside, I think, a lot of the time.
100%.
Yeah,
Would you like to share any words?
Not really, but I do find it very interesting when you find a character that you love, like let's say Baby, and then you hear 5 different songs about Baby from different artists. It's fun to get their perspective of what they bring about her to the song. So I just find that one of the most interesting things, in my opinion, is somebody will take a character and then 10 people will write about it, but it'll be 10 different perspectives of that character, and I find that interesting.
I personally really like to hear the perspective from the characters themselves, and I've always loved it when people would throw in another character who would interact with the other character in that song.
Duets are really
Yeah.
fun. There's like a Vanny and Glitch Trap dynamic that I've been seeing pop up a lot lately in the FNAF community, and it's a very good opportunity for a good duet. Or I see it between anime characters a lot as well, like villain versus hero, or even just character versus character, like rap battles as well. There's a lot of JT music rap battles from back in the day. So whether it's for comedy purposes or for like more serious purposes, I think that duets are also very fun when it comes to perspective, because then you get the perspective of multiple people, which is also something I added on this slide, where in terms of there being different kinds of perspective, there's different branches within first perspective. So you can write from just the perspective of one, you can write from the perspective of two, or like with rap ciphers, as we mentioned earlier, sometimes there's up to 10 different characters all on one track singing from their perspective or rapping from their perspective. And the impact of that just seems so powerful when artists come together to like share their passion for their favorite characters and come up with this really awesome sounding track. There's some really good stuff out there. Do you guys have any favorite songs from the nerdcore genre that you would like to share?
Well,
yes.
Molten to the core!
Thank you. That is actually, fun fact about that, that is one of like the songs that I was a lot insecure about, because it was very outside of my style and vocal range, and I was afraid of disappointing people. But everyone has opinions, but I'm still glad that I did it, because it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. And you like it, so thank you.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
Yeah, look at that. That's incredible. All right, did you have one next to her as well? Yes, you. Sorry.
You. I would say Evil Lives On, the song, like, I just love, like, the vibe to it. Like, the ambience. Trouble by, from the Evil Lives On album. That was so good. And yeah, those are my top two favorite, but like, I just loved your album, Evil Lives On. Like,
thank you so much, that means a lot. Okay, any more suggestions? Let's start back here. Yes, the Nezuko.
One of us.
Really? My goodness.
You're like the best creators right now.
Oh my god, you guys are too nice. Yes, the sun over here. Did you have one?
I had a song that is, of course, the #1 of yours that I really loved. It was like a first song of Twisted, I think it was called.
Oh my goodness.
That's an old one.
Fun fact about that, I know that it's gone now because I removed a lot of my really old stuff to make my channel a little more professional, a little more up to date, but I am remastering it, so do not worry.
Oh my God.
It will be back. I do not know when, but I wanted to let you guys know that it will be returning, whether I like it or not. It's coming back. To show you guys what Ableton looks like on the inside. If you have never seen what an Ableton project looks like, you are about to. Wow, isn't it exciting?
Disgusting!
Wow, isn't it great? Isn't this just fascinating for those of you who can't even see it away over there? It's a bunch of colorful blocks with more blocks inside of those blocks.
I just see blurry colors.
So if you do not know, like I mentioned earlier, I mostly make, if not completely make at this point, Five Nights at Freddy's songs. I've dabbled in some anime here and there. I did a Doki Doki Literature Club parody one time, from Glitch Trap's perspective. But anyways, I would love to show you guys a new FNAF song that nobody has heard before. I want to show you a little bit of it, and it is about the upcoming Ruin DLC that is coming out next month. And before I play it, I want to talk a little bit about the perspective, because that was a big thing we talked about. So this is first person, and it is from Gregory's point of view. And you get to hear a little bit of Cassie's point of view in the second verse as well. She is a brand new character. We just now got her name, finally, from the teaser trailer. But it kind of bounces back and forth. You get to hear from Gregory, hear a little bit from Cassie, and it's about what if Gregory was too late? What if he is already dead and all of this is a trick? and Cassie is being led somewhere that is not actually where Gregory will be. So I wanted to kind of do like, not a headcanon, but kind of like a theory song. And I wanted to play with that concept. How many of you have heard my song Home before? Okay, so this song, you may recognize some of the lyrics because the chorus is a reprise of that song. So, I will now play you a little bit of it. Now, be warned, we had some issues with the aux cord earlier, so if it sounds a little bit crunchy, I apologize. It's not supposed to be, but hopefully she will sound okay.
What have I done? Please tell me it's not too late for you to take me home. Take me home. Oh, take me home. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home.
This is my favorite section. I love the lyric.
Please tell me it's not too Please tell me it's not too late. Will this be the end? Can you see it yet? Tell me why the light. Show me how to die. Open up my eyes. Let me see the light. Grab me by my hands and take me home. Take me
Crunchy quality, I wish it was a little better and a little louder so that you could truly hear it, but that is a preview of my most recently finished song that I am currently already getting animated. And when I tell, No Yes is working on it, by the way. Shout out to No Yes, he is incredible. And he actually just sent me a whip today. So he's actively working on it. And when I tell you I made the storyboard as depressing as possible, yeah. But I am so excited, and I just wanted to show you guys that and share it with you so that you can not only see the inner workings of Ableton a little bit. I wish I had more time to like dive into how it works, but I figured this might be a good brief example of just kind of what it's like. And thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
Might be my new favorite.
Thank you.
Got a new hairdo
I
now.
just have to say, even though the audio was a little crunchy, the lyricism and the work you so obviously put into that track did not, like, I was ignoring the crunchy. It was amazing. You did excellent.
Now, I wanted to, we'll come back to this actually, because I want to make sure that I have time for you guys to hear from some other talented artists. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Hala CG. Now, I don't have these people with me in lifetime, but however, I do have their responses to some questions that I gathered ahead of time so that I could share with you their insight as well, because these are some incredibly talented people. I am inspired by them all of the time, and I wanted to be able to share some of their words of wisdom with you. So, Hala CG, this is how she introduces herself. I will be reading her answers on her behalf, by the way, because she did not have time or the ability to record a response, so I will be reading on her behalf. I'm Hala CG, Hala for short, and I'm a singer, songwriter, music producer, and streamer. I watch lots of anime and play video games, shout out Valorant, and love to make music about my interests. If you're a fan of these things, you might enjoy my music with the little face, like a surprise Pikachu face. The first question was, how were you introduced to Nerdcore music and how did it impact you? And she responded, I found Nerdcore through Steven Universe. I started creating fan songs for the show, which attracted fans of those who created fan music for indie horror games, FNAF, Bending 8 Machine, etc. It's through these fans that I became acquainted with the community and entered my own indie horror phase. This is where I met a ton of kind, talented people who invited me onto their projects and vice versa. We became good friends, and I collaborate with and hang out with these people today. With a little smiley face. Number 2 was, what was your proudest single or album you or your team created? Tell us a little about it. And she responded, every new release feels like my proudest single, to be honest. For now, I have to say that my latest release, Rumbling Down, in collaboration with The Forgotten, has to be my proudest at the moment. I've loved the genre of funk music, P-H-O-N-K, by the way. That's a new genre that we didn't discuss, but it is really cool. I've loved the genre of funk music for a while, but didn't know where to start with producing it, which meant that when the opportunity arose to work with a funk producer that I have been a fan for almost a year now, I jumped at it. The project turned out incredibly, and we were both super proud of it. If any of you are fans of Attack on Titan, you may enjoy it. Number 3, if you had any piece of advice for aspiring or beginner music artists, what would it be? Believe in yourself and your music. As long as you are being consistent and constantly working to improve your craft and learn, you're on the road to success. Be confident, but also don't let your ego get in the way of valid criticism and growing from it. The bonus question was, what is one of your personal favorite shows, games, or fandoms you've made music for? And her response was, Valorant has to be my favorite at the moment. I play it live on Twitch almost every day and make far too much music about it. It has nearly ruined my mental health, but I love it nonetheless. So that was our responses from Paula CG. Very good responses. And then next up, we have some words from DHusta.
Yeah.
Hey there, my name is Dallin Hewer, also known as DHusta. And I've been in the music field for about, since I was a kid, I've been making music, but full-time I've been making music for about 3.5 years now. There seems to be a lot more nowadays than in the past. And so I would take what you love and see what kind of twist you can put on it that other people haven't done before, and do it, and push it, and have fun with it, and enjoy the process. Like, don't stress yourself out so much to the point of I really want to make this a career, and so I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. That's awesome, but don't let that, because it's not at the point of becoming a career, stop you from doing something that you love. I think we need more people nowadays to do something they love rather than doing something because of the money. And it's kind of fun, and that's how I see it, and I enjoy it. So Five Nights at Freddy's, I think, is my favorite.
Incredible. I have worked with him on a couple of things. He is so kind, so sweet, so very talented, and he took the time to record this for this panel, so I really appreciate him. Now last but certainly not least, we have Cryfuse, who was the artist behind the Afton Family, the original one. Here. It's right here. It just won't play. There we go. Now,
hi, I'm Craig. Late 2016, and since very early on, Five Nights at Freddy's has been my primary domain, and more generally, the indie horror part of the Nerdcore community. My proudest releases are, of course, Afton Family, my latest original album, and my Roblox Doors song, which drops the day you're seeing this. Drag You Under, featuring Shadro and Rosie Sapphire. They're both amazing people and musicians. This is one of my best productions to date. I modeled and animated the whole video myself, and I'm extremely proud of it. Go check it out. My advice for new and aspiring artists is to learn as much about the trade as possible. That includes music production, mixing, mastering, how to distribute that music, how to promote it, then put everything that you learn into practice and gain as much experience from that as you can with what you have. Thank you very much, and a huge thank you to Nerdcore for giving me this opportunity. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Very amazing responses. Cryfuse is also a very talented individual. He is very kind. I've worked with him. We, in fact, just got done kind of working on something together, which I won't talk too much about because I know he's kind of, the ball is in his park now. But I will say that it is really fun and really cool, and I look forward to seeing how it turns out in the future. Loved working with him. He is really kind, very talented, an amazing person. And yeah, so again, one more round of applause for all three of these lefties. If you were to write a song about your favorite villain or hero, what would it be? So what you're going to do in response is name the character and then give us 2 adjectives to describe what it would be like. So like upbeat or slow, sad, or something like that. And I want to get through a few different people's quick responses of like what your interpretation would be of a character.
I have my own character that is more of a villain character, and I would love to make a slow and dark type of song for her.
I started writing a song last night actually about, from this character's perspective, Renfield, because the movie came out 2 months ago, and it's kind of like the song would be kind of like unsettling, but also like therapeutic.
I would probably write like a duet between William Afton and the kids that
Ooh, I like that.
And it would probably be like, obviously in the kids' perspective, they'd be scared and confused. It'd be like a slow, not really slow, but like fast and like dark. And then Afton's would be probably more like slow and like more thinking.
Right, more calculated. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Even the friends?
It would be about the person I'm cosplaying, and it would be happy and upbeat.
Nice. And the Deku?
It would be about, Deku, and it would basically just summarize what I watched about the anime so far.
Very good responses, guys. I would love to hear any of these concepts become a reality. So if you ever do follow through with that one day, please do so. They all sound like really amazing ideas. All right, well, unfortunately, that is all the time we have because it is officially 5:30. But thank you all so much for coming.
Alright, we are back at the hotel. Vanessa's time was short-lived, but the panel was amazing. Very fun. And now I'm going to switch into Vanny, because I have not brought her out to play yet, and it is about time. So, I will see you guys once I am in my disguise.
Mortal Kombat.
It's the last day.
The last day.
The last dandelion. Happy last day. We survived. Now we get to go shopping.